So you're wanting to lose body fat but not really sure where to start. Allow me to give you this brief intro on where you should start, and then I'll give you 5 of my top tips on how to lose body fat correctly and sustainably. So when wanting to lose body fat, there are so many different diets that you could try, but there's one thing that all of those diets have to have in common in order for you to find success, and that is calorie deficit. You must be in a calorie deficit in order to lose body fat. So that just means burning more calories than what you consume, and it's just about finding the right diet for you that you can remain consistent in and remain happy in. So now you need to work out your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, and this is so you know how many calories your body burns each day while at rest. And it's important to know when working out your calorie deficit. So if you Google BMR calculators out there, you'll find plenty. I will put a calculation in the description below so you can figure out your own BMR. Tip number 1, counting calories. Not surprisingly that we're going to start here. We just spoke about calorie deficit and BMR. It makes sense to start counting your calories. The best way to do this is use the app MyFitnessPal. So for a few days, input all of the data into the app of the food you eat to give you a clear view of the amount of calories that you consume in each day. Most people drastically underestimate how many calories they actually do consume. Pro tip, get yourself some food scales just so that you know that everything you're inputting into the app is correct. Tip number 2, increase protein intake. Quick and easy one this, it's the most satiable macronutrient of the 3, so therefore when you eat it, you feel fuller for longer. So how much protein should you be intaking each day? Well, a common number that I seem to see pop up quite a lot is 1 gram of protein per pound in body weight. But unless your sole purpose is to build muscle, I would say that that's a little bit too high. I would say more like between 0.6 and 0.8 grams of protein per pound in body weight is much more realistic and easier to do. Tip number 3, walk. Now you've probably heard people talking about getting the 10,000 steps in each day, and while there is no magic number of the amount of steps that you should be hitting each day, 10,000 is a great target, and if you can get that, that's fantastic. So why do I recommend walking ahead of other types of exercise? Well, I'm not saying it is the best type of exercise when wanting to lose body fat. However, I do think it's the easiest to stay consistent with. You can use your watch or you can use the pedometer on your phone, set yourself a daily step target, and you've got something to work towards.
Tip number 4. Don't waste your money on stupid supplements.
Not going to go into too much detail on this one, however, let me just say that there are a lot of good supplements out there and they can be very beneficial to a person's diet. What I'm going to talk about here is fat burners, diet pills, weight loss shakes, load of bollocks. They are no benefit to you and you are much better just finding the right foods. And my final tip is calorie cycling. Now, calorie cycling in its simplest form essentially just means that instead of having a daily calorie limit, you have a weekly calorie limit. So let's just say, for example, 1,800 calories is your daily limit. Times that by 7, you've got 12,600. So you know that you've got that amount to work with within the week. Now, let's just say you know that you're going to go over by a couple hundred on a Saturday because you're going out to eat. So you can just accommodate that by just taking a few hundred calories off a certain day within the week, and therefore you're still in a calorie deficit by the end of the week. This way it makes it seem less restrictive and a lot more sustainable. And there you have it, guys. That was 5 of my top tips on how to lose body fat more easily and sustainably. I hope that was helpful. I hope it was easily digestible to you guys. Please follow me on Instagram for all things weight loss and fitness, and I'll see you next time.